Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you're feeling refreshed and ready to kick 2022 in the butt. I want to show you our strategic plan. These are some really tough questions that you want to ask yourself as you go through and plan 2022 for your studio. It doesn't matter whether you are a solo teacher, small, medium or large music school owner. These are important to tackle, and I've put a link down below where you can grab this PDF, and I'm going to walk you through these questions with a few extra thoughts. I think it's important that you listen to this video before jumping into it yourself, but the links are down there and you can grab it and go get stuck in as soon as you're ready. So we're going to keep this quick. I'm going to power through it and let's get stuck in. So question number one is that you want to review your kind of mission. What is the mission of your studio? That might sound like airy-fairy and I don't need to have a mission statement, but you want to remind yourself, why do you actually do what you do? Like, are you in a career where you're passionate about doing it, you have purpose, there's a big why behind why you are doing it? And so you probably want to have something like we have. Actually, I'll look at our Building Music School page. So we have a little tagline which says, this is an example. Create something like this for yourself if you don't have one. So for us, we help private music teachers and academy owners build wildly successful businesses that make a profit and a difference. So that's ours. That's our thing. We really help people build really profitable music schools, but they also really make a difference because we care about that, because music's changed our lives. For most music teachers, they want to change other kids' lives or students' lives through music. And to do that without a whole lot of stress, you actually need money. So you need to be profitable. You get the idea. So that's our mission. So what's your mission? It could be to create the best opportunities or to connect students with music. It could be to take them to, a professional level. Whatever it is, what drives your work ethic behind what you do. Review your mission. Number two, what are the biggest challenges to solve this year? So think through your studio. Are there like 2, 3, 5 things, and if you solve those, it would just unlock so much more awesome growth, reduce time, workload, stress, all those things. What are the biggest challenges? Number three, what are the potential threats? There's always threats, and we may want to just be positive people and not think about them, but you've got to think through them, write them down. What's a threat? Well, an example right now is, hey, there could be like another strain of the virus, there could be more intense lockdowns. That would be an example. But there's other threats as well. Hey, maybe I'm going to lose my best client or my best staff member, or the space that I hired to teach from is actually going to be knocked down for earthquake strengthening, and I'm going to get 6 weeks notice. What are the potential threats that could happen? Write them down so that we can build a plan to better prepare ourselves for them. Number four, what's our COVID game plan? Has anything changed? So there's all sorts of things changing. There's different rules being added for businesses. There's different rules being added for working with young people. There's different rules for, lockdowns, masks, employment laws. What is the game plan? What things do you need to implement? Where can you source those things to help you? That's number four. Think that through. Number five, a bit more fun. What are our big innovative plays for this year? So ask yourself, what are we going to do this year that's going to be awesome, different, exciting? Maybe it's that we're going to implement our first band class. Maybe it's going to be, I'm going to hire my first team member. Or, hey, we're finally going to get that commercial space. Or, hey, we're finally going to get the guts to go and do a performance at a local school to promote music lessons. What are the big innovative things you're going to tackle this year? First thing I'm going to tackle is this bottle of water. Number 6, what is our strategy for each division of the business? Now you might think, division, I just teach like 30 kids from home. You still have a business, you want to start thinking like a CEO. Think of it in divisions. So think, hey, well, we've got sales and marketing. Well, currently I get about 3 inquiries a week. I would really like to see it to be 7, and I'd like to, do better on my Facebook ads, or I'd like to use TikTok for the first time because all the kids are on there. What's your sales and marketing plan? That's that division. And then think through the next division. And so I've given you some ideas you can go through there. you write out all the areas, all the things that you do. You've got admin, you've got your curriculum development, you've got the experiences that you provide for students. Maybe you did 1 concert last year. This year you want to try and do 3. Think through all the different areas of your business. You've got a list to get you thinking there. Number 7, let's keep moving. We're going to go fast. What are we cutting or reducing this year? There's always like fluff and things that you might have wasted your time on, things that just didn't really work. So decide, are you going to cut it, or are you going to get serious and try and really make that thing work? Number 8, when are we adjusting our prices? You need to adjust your prices every year. Make it like a pattern. You're training your teachers, not your teachers, your parents and your families, like, hey, we raise our prices on the 1st of April every year. So when is it happening for you? Something I was just saying to the BAM squad before, when we were doing a much deeper dive into this, was go review what the inflation rate is for your country over the last year or two. Some people are doing it and it's like 5 or 6%. It's crazy. So that means if you don't adjust your prices, you've actually lowered them by 5% in theory, because you've basically absorbed a 5% hit on all your expenses. So you need to think seriously, and you don't just go up 5%, because then you're still in the same place. So you actually need to go more. So take what you charge, look at the inflation, add a bit for yourself for growth, and look at what you should really be increasing them by, and what date. Decide it, write it down, build your communication plan around it, go for it, be confident. Number 9, what is our BHAG? A BHAG stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal. It comes from a Jim Collins book, Good to Great, where he found all the best companies in the world that were doing amazing things and getting amazing results. All had a big, hairy, audacious goal that they would chase after. Come up with one for you. Maybe it's for you to hire your first personal assistant or admin person. Maybe it's to hire your first teacher to help pick up that waiting list. Maybe it's to get into your first commercial space. Maybe it's to do your first multi-location. Maybe it's to add your first online portal of videos and supplementary material for students so now you can justify charging them more. Maybe it is the year that you finally pick up the phone and have the guts to get a little concert team out promoting in schools. What is going to be those big, hairy, audacious goals? And now narrow it down to one. Like, what is the big one? It may even just be number of students. Like, you've got 100, you're going to go for 200. And you want to be kind of like 50-50, whether you think you can actually make it. So you've really got to stretch for it. Next one, number 10, is what is our word for the year? This is something really powerful we started doing years and years ago, where we pick one word. So we've written all our plan, we've gone through, and then we go, hey, what's kind of like the theme for the year? And the first year we did it was communication. We're like, if we do better communicating with everyone, students, parents, staff, schools, etc., the whole business will change and go to the next level. And then I think the next year we did strengthen, and it was all about strengthening all the systems. And then after that we were so set up, and we did growth. It's all about grow. And so this year we're growing, and that year we went from I think 600 to 1200, and it was crazy because we were focused around this one thing. So what's the one word for you? Is it grow, strengthen? Is it focus? Are you kind of like scatterbrained doing 10 different things, not sure what you want to do with your life? Maybe it's focus for you. Number 11, what is each person's role for 2022? And so if you work alone, well, what exactly is your role? What are you going to be focusing on? What are you not going to be focusing on? But if you've got a small team, you need to be asking, what's each person's role? What are their most valuable tasks? Do they understand that? What are they taking on new? What are they cutting and not doing anymore? And also, who are we developing into the future roles? Is there a student that we think could be a really good junior teacher in 2 years' time? Is there a staff member that could probably be a team leader in a year's time? How do we do that? How are we growing them? If you need resources for that, reach out. Number 12, reflect back on question 2 and 3. That was our challenges and threats. So now you've got all your planning done. How do they line up against your challenges and threats? Like, if you implement everything that you've said you're going to do, will you be much better off? Will you conquer those challenges? Will those threats become a lot less pressure? If the answer is no, you need to go back and tweak your plan, because you need to answer those things. and be prepared for them. So that's number 12. And then number 13, hey, now we've got our plan. What are our goals for January or quarter one? You know, what's the first chunk we need to tackle? I say go like month by month, because then you've set a deadline. Hey, by the first of the month we're going to have this tackled and this tackled, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Number 14 is when are we meeting to review the plan next? So for us, we do our strategic plan in big chunks every quarter, and we're always checking every quarter to see how we line up, and then it's just the regular weekly meetings in between. You might want to do it totally different, but again, in terms of like thinking like a CEO, you want to have on your calendar, when are you doing strategy time? When are you reviewing this? I really think there's so many things that I get wrong and fall short in, but one of the things that I can confidently say I kick butt in is strategy, and that's being like kind of serious about this stuff, going through these sorts of questions and getting stuck in and prioritizing them. That was a key thing in growing, you know, from 0 to 2,000 students. So I can't encourage you highly enough. Grab this file down below. There's a link. You don't have to put your email in or anything. Get stuck in. If you've got any comments, thoughts, questions, I love to hear them. But yeah, I just hope you have the most incredible 2022. If you want to be part of the BAM Squad, our Build a Music School community, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be if you're serious about growing a more successful, profitable, and impactful music teaching business. Our thing is basically helping you double, triple, faster, stronger than you ever would on your own. And so check it out. I'll put a link to a free trial down below. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's such an affordable cost. It's amazing. People getting amazing results. I was talking to a guy, Nick, in our group yesterday, and he showed me a screenshot of what his income was when he joined us 3 years ago and what it is this year, and it was like 2.5 times bigger, and we're talking in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and so his fees, he said the return was like 50x. So kind of makes sense if you're serious. So check it out. Love to work with you, help you grow, achieve some big things this year. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.